Hey guys, Kevin here again today, and today we talk about the upwards and the downward spiral. Alright guys, so first thing, can I get you guys to hit that notification bell button? That's going to notify you when I'm making new videos. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, that will really help out because I do make videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday or Sunday. Alright guys, now we're going to start off by just going over what the spiral exactly is. What it basically means is which emotional state are you vibrating from, okay? Now, as you can see here, this line would be neutral. We have all of our downward spiral. Boredom would be the start, where you would start off from, and contentment is the start, where you start going towards the upward spiral. Now, to make this more, or to be able to explain this a little bit better, I want you to think of a time when you were vibrating. When I say vibrating, is actually being present and feeling or experiencing one of these emotions. So let's say hopefulness. Let's say enthusiasm or love or joy. Was there a specific person that you had these emotions for? Was there a specific event that made you feel these experiences? Or sorry, you were able to experience these emotions. Now I want you to do the same thing for the downward spiral. Was there ever a time in your life where you felt bored towards maybe a specific event? Where you felt maybe anger, revenge, you wanted to gain revenge over somebody? Was there ever a time in your life where you just felt like you were in a feared mindset? A victim, or at the lowest we can say depression. Now, the reason I'm telling you to picture these moments or these emotional states is because these are states and where we vibrate from. Now the goal here is to have us vibrating towards this upward scale till we get to the point where we're vibrating out of love, joy, freedom, and enlightenment. These are the highest states of consciousness or the highest states of emotional experience. Okay? Now, what we want to focus on today is how to get out of this downward spiral, alright? Now, if you're at the bottom, like for saying, I'm not saying I know how to cure depression, but if you're at the point where you just feel depressed or fear or victimized over certain events or people around you, then what we want to start off, guys, is with a small step. Now, the reason we say small step is because a small step can be the change from a positive, from the negative to a positive. Alright? If you're at, let's say, boredom, let's say you're doing a specific task or you have a specific goal, and you're kind of feeling bored or lazy around it, that next step of just feeling contempt, it's very subtle. It's like bored, you're kind of just you're just below neutral. I don't know exactly how to, make a face of it. And then you just become content, like you're kind of comfortable in what you're doing. That little shift of vibration will be able to put you towards hopefulness, where you start to kind of step that ladder towards something that you want. Now, what I mean by small step is that you're not going to jump from victimized person or depressed all the way up to love, because you're not going to be able to sustain that. If it's a specific person or a specific event or something you want to get done, if you're stemming from fear, I'm fear that I'm not going to make it, and I'm just have no chance I'm going to be able to move my way all the way up the ladder, you're not going to be able to just jump up there. So you want to do is focus on maybe why do you have fear, and then move your way up towards anger and doubt. And what I mean by that is to say that you have fear over a specific person. You maybe also have anger over a specific person, and you want to take these small steps up towards why you're experiencing this, so you're actually able to experience those emotions. And as you move up the ladder, you'll be able to connect much better, and it's going to help you actually have a step forward, so you're not jumping all the way back and falling back down. The goal is to take little steps and take them till you get to your way up. Another thing is that you want to clear up your headspace. All right. What I mean by that is, let's say you are feeling these lower emotional states, is go out for a walk. Do something where, like, let's say you got in a huge argument, you just have an intense anger, and this happens over and over, or you have a lot of anger towards yourself because you're not able to sustain some type of productivity that you want to actually accomplish. You want to just go for a walk, completely clear your head, go do some exercise, something where you have to be completely focused on that, and you're no longer in that down or that negative emotional space, okay? What you want to do then is refocus your energy. So when you come back from that, is refocus your energy, okay? So let's say you got into a confrontation with somebody and you're very angry. And a lot of people, they get stuck in this anger and they go on for days and days and weeks, and like I said, it's a downward spiral. refocus your energy on, okay, so why was I so angry? Why am I so angry within myself? Why am I always victimizing myself? Why am I always feeling guilty? And try to also do the exact opposite. How can I feel hopeful about this situation or person? How do I get enthusiasm, okay? Now ask yourself this and try to actually feel them. Remember back to those times that you did feel enthusiasm. Or remember back to that time with that specific person or that specific goal or event when you felt joy, love, and enthusiasm, okay? Now, let's not say love because maybe it's hard to do that big jump, but if you feel doubtful, we can go up to contentment or hopefulness because it's something that you've maybe felt with them in the past couple of months. Or with that event, when you first started that goal, you felt hopefulness and went down to now doubt because maybe you second-guessed yourself or you did something and you fell back down. You want to refocus that energy towards something positive and actually embrace and remember how it felt. The next thing we can do is focus on learning some type of skill. If there's something that maybe frustrates you about yourself, ask yourself what it is that's frustrating you. And ask yourself, well, maybe there's a specific skill that I am not good at that is able to propel me towards that goal. Let's say you're not good at speaking and you're very angry and you're shameful, you're doubtful, and you blame other people, you're blaming yourself. Maybe you want to focus on maybe reading and gaining more knowledge and actually get used to, like I'm doing right now, speaking on a camera. Because believe it or not, when I started too, I was very hesitant and I would blame myself. Oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, I shouldn't do that. And what it does, it actually makes you stuck and almost like paralyzed. And it brings you down that ladder. What I did is I actually flipped it and said, okay, let me focus on some skills that I need to improve. And honestly, you need to just practice and practice and practice. What this does is it starts to bring you up that scale again. I now have hopefulness. I actually have belief within myself that I am able to speak and actually send out a message to other people and help them out. That gives me a sense of passion and enthusiasm and love and joy because I am actually able to develop these skills that I said I was going to actually be able to take out these downward spiral or negative emotions and transform them into the positive ones. The last thing is stay on path. Now this one is very, very important because anything in life is not in a straight linear, basically when you're succeeding something, it's not just going upwards at all times. You'll take a couple steps forward, you may fall back down, all right? The goal here is, like I've said in a lot of my other videos, is that you have a vision, okay? You do a small step, you work your way up, you clear your head up, you refocus your energy on why you felt that, how it felt, okay? Think back to a time when you felt these emotions and those events with those people, and try to flip the switch, okay? Very small step. Focus on learning a skill. All of these things is going to keep you on your path because if you fall back, and let's say that you come back to these emotions, that's okay. You remember that we're focusing on getting to these in the end. The goal is to be up here at all times. Because when you're up here as a human being, you're able to be much more productive, you're able to have much better relationships, much more sustainable relationships. You're able to be much more calm, present with yourself, and just more alive to do anything that you want and help others, okay? Now, when you combine all four of these, what it's going to do is you'll notice that, or once you kind of get out of this position of fear, victimization, and depression, anger and guilt, what happens is once you start to break that barrier of contentment and hopefulness, and you have more of a clear mind, and that's why I say clear space, is that you start to realize where this was all stemming from, and you were actually just focusing the majority of your energy on that. And that's what a lot of people do, is they almost seem blinded, like this is the end all be all, like when they're angry, and then what happens is because they're angry so many times of the days, this becomes their actual reality. Now I'm actually going to go into a video a little bit more depth into how our beliefs become our reality, but basically what happens is they're so focused on these things that they can't even content to see these emotions. But that's why I'm saying you need to reflect back to a time when you felt these. We've all experienced a variety of both of these emotions, meaning that you can always be this, but you can always be this. It comes down to choice and practice, 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 just like you would build up any type of skill or habit. All right, guys? So that is basically the majority of the video. What I want you guys to focus on is take notes, write down these specific emotions, and question yourself throughout the day when you're doing certain things, when you have certain events, when you have certain goals and certain relations with people. Question yourself on how you feel with them, why you feel like that, and what you can do from there. Alright guys, because the worst thing you can possibly do, you've probably heard it, is absolutely nothing. Because when you get into your head, you become bored, you become lazy, you doubt yourself, you say, I don't care, blah, 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 and it goes down and you just become frozen. You need to take some type of action. Start out with a small step. Alright guys, I hope this video helped anyone out at all. If you have any more in-depth questions, if you want me to kind of go over this, comment below or shoot me an email, okay? And I'm going to go one-on-one with you on that. And other than that, guys, stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to put the link in the description for my other past videos if you guys want to check them out. Thanks for watching and take care.